So now getting into the cook temperatures and the discrepancies here. And so I tried to take note of when I was using the Oklahoma Joe Bronco as a smoker versus when I was using it as a grill. And so if you see S or G included with the temperatures as I post them up here, that is standing for either smoker with the charcoals in the bottom of the drum versus the grill, or the G, where I had moved the charcoal to the top of the grill. And so during my first cook, the value that we had on the MEATER probe was 237, and the Bronco was showing about 250. The second reading was 273 on the MEATER, and again 250 for the Bronco. And then once we moved it up and used it as a grill, we got 340 degrees Fahrenheit for the MEATER and 325 degrees approximately on the Bronco thermometer. For the second cook, we got 290 degrees when using it as a smoker. That reading came from the MEATER probe, and then 240 degrees from the Oklahoma Joe thermometer. The next one, the Oklahoma Joe thermometer, read 210 degrees. However, the MEATER probe ambient temperature showed 265 degrees. So that was pretty far off. And then when we transferred to use it as a grill, we saw the MEATER probe reading 351 degrees when the Bronco thermometer showed 275 degrees. So this second cook really had the largest discrepancy between the Oklahoma Joe Bronco thermometer and the MEATER probe. And then the third cook and last one that we showed here, on the MEATER probe, we had 303 degrees, and the Oklahoma Joe Bronco had 275. That was when we were using it as a smoker. And then the last reading that we got for this was once we had transferred the coals up to the top to use it as a grill, where we got a reading on the MEATER probe of 321 degrees, and on the Oklahoma Joe Bronco, it read 325. So the third cook was a lot closer in temperatures, and a few readings during the first cook were quite close as well. But that second cook really threw it off, and it was pretty far off, 50 plus degrees off, when using it as both a smoker and as a grill. So I don't think, depending upon where the coals are, that it's necessarily throwing off the thermometer. The thermometer on the Oklahoma Joe Bronco seems decently inconsistent regardless of where we have the charcoals.